Welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
Q.
And on Skype.
You got Bloodaxe.
All right. So let's move on to the next, another Disney trailer. And this next one is something we're actually more interested in.
Well, this speaks Favreau, man. They must have locked Kennedy in a closet when they did this trailer.
So the Mandalorian Season 3 teaser trailer came out. Mm-hmm. I mean, I will say, at this point, it's more of the Mandalorian. I can't tell it if it's good or bad. It's literally a teaser. So
it's as good as we're gonna get.
It looks like more of the same, which to me would be fine. If you do more of the same, I'm all the way in. You know,
CGI's better.
If you do that first season, just cool mission to mission. I'd watch 10 seasons of that, man. I enjoyed the first season. You know,
Book of Boba Fett. Oh, why would you bring that up, Jarek?
Jarek in the chat room brought up Book of Boba Fett. I couldn't finish Book of Boba Fett. I'll be honest. I didn't finish it.
I'm still waiting for that show that they said is going to come out about Boba Fett. You waiting on that one, man? That's going to be nice when they do that one about Boba Fett being a crime lord. I'm waiting for that and that live-action Dragon Ball Z, man. I'm still waiting.
But yeah, you've got a lot of shots of him just chilling with Baby Yoda. What's his name again? Yeah. And
there seems to be some action, though.
Yeah,
and something going on with
action.
The Mandalorian.
There also seems to be some consequences for him taking his helmet off too damn much.
Yeah, Pedro. Pascal.
As you can see with the caption here, but you have removed your helmet.
You are a Mandalorian no more. You know what? I agree with them. Keep your damn helmet on, Mr.
No
Ego.
More. So that's interesting. I am interested where that's gonna go.
He didn't take it off in the trailer. They managed to get him to keep it on that long, at least.
Yeah, nowhere in the teaser did he take off his helmet. So maybe he's trying to do a redemption with his group. Or there's also, it does seem like the other group is also
he seems to be running with the other Mandalorians, the fakies.
Yeah. So we'll see. We see some new races appear, so that's cool.
Hey, look, they're not on Vespas.
Yeah, some returning characters. I like this lady.
They're not on Vespas with mirrors all over them and color-coded Vespas. They already are winning.
She was an interesting character, so it's cool to see her return.
Kalimoto, yeah.
Yeah, she's not a ridiculous. Yeah, like the trailer already beats Boba Fett just as a trailer. Like, that's sad. You know what I like? I didn't see Power Ranger Vespa. Go Power Ranger.
So yeah, you know, like I said, not a lot of something that feels that new, but hey, Mandalorian doesn't necessarily need a lot of new. If you have good story and you continue on that. Teddy Sprinkles says he's curious to see Andor.
Everybody's wondering if Andor is going to be the redemption, but Kathleen Kennedy is still alive, so I don't think so.
Bloodaxe, you're a big Star Wars guy. What do you got to say on this, man?
Well, I mean, I agree. I think if they continue with the whole Lone Wolf and Cub concept, and have it more serial, I think that's probably a good recipe. You'll actually kind of go back to some of the old Westerns to where, you know, a lot of them didn't really string together from episode to episode. Mm-hmm. And having that serialistic style, I think, would be a good throwback and homage back to kind of where the origins of Star Wars came from, which is basically a Western in space. But the things they've done to Boba Fett, which we've been talking about in the chat, I'm not as excited as I used to be, just because of a certain person's grubby paws and what they've done to my beloved franchise, to the point to where my Disney Plus subscription expires next month, and I'm not picking it back up again. So I'll have to find another method to try to keep up with it for the show, but it's not something that I'm willing to start spending money to watch again. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I'll say it, man. Kathleen Kennedy sucks. I don't care. Ain't scared. You know what I'm saying? Captain Karen ain't gonna get me. I don't give a crap about her, man. She messed up. You know the theories that she jacked up Book of Boba Fett specifically. So, and
Yeah,
I was looking forward to that, dude. I wanted to see a bad guy, a series
me
about a
too.
bad guy.
Oh, I was stoked about them, especially at the end of season 2 of Mandalorian. That stinger where Boba Fett comes in, just guns down Bib Fortuna in cold blood and takes over the throne. I'm
Which
like,
is
oh,
out of
what?
character now for the guy they showed in the dang story because he
Yeah.
don't shoot another sucker dang there.
Oh, I know. So I mean, that was badass, and I was
Yeah.
hoping that they would have, gone with this whole motif, and then at the end, Boba Fett says, "You know what? I'm not this guy. I'm going back to what I know," and just be the badass Mandalorian that we knew he was. And they didn't do that. They had him riding in on a Rancor, spoiler alert, which was absolutely ridiculous. So, uh, I it depends on how much Favreau and Filoni have autonomy for the show, because they've done some really good surprises with Luke Skywalker at the end of season 2. But with what Boba Fett did, it made that whole story arc irrelevant. So I don't know. I'm waited with bated breath. I'm more curious about Ahsoka than I
Mm.
am before. But we'll see. I mean, it'll take a lot of good content for me to actually want to pay money to watch this again.
Gotcha.
Um, yeah, I mean, I'm with you, man. Ahsoka is the one because I heard Favreau was very heavy into that, and I do want to see some Jedi action. I mean, a good example is that I would like to see a bad guy. You know how they could have just a quick. We'll jump out that, but you know one way they could have potentially improved that whole thing they did with Obi-Wan. They should have just grabbed their little Sith, and they should have just gave her a sideshow. Because I'd watch a show about a Sith. If you actually got a story that said this happens during the time of the Empire, we want to show what it's like working for the Empire as a fallen Jedi Sith. I'd be curious about that story. Don't go jack up the other canon. Just follow Reva as a frigging Sith. Have we ever got a movie about the Sith, an official one? No. I'd love to see a
We've
series
got one
following a
coming.
Sith.
There's one coming, The Acolyte, which is supposed to be set in the New Republic type era. The concepts of what I've heard versus what I think is coming would be interesting, because I would love to have a whole Sith coven, or whatever you want to call a group, and actually see them from the dark side, how they see the light, and how they fully believe that their faith is correct, and the Jedi are basically infidels, or their religious beliefs fly in the face of theirs. And it that would be really interesting, in how they have to use their force powers and some violent tactics in order to overcome some of the things the Jedi are doing to the Sith. Um, but I don't think we're going to get that, based on what I understand the Acolyte's going to be about. So we'll wait and see. But there is one supposedly coming.
Yeah, because I mean, on the online Star Wars Old Republic game or whatever, it was hugely popular to play a Sith. Our friend Flynn played that massively, and he praised it, and there was a large amount of interest. And then they got a game coming out. Remember, there's a game coming out that's about playing as a Sith. So I'm like, they could have, because I'm mainly just talking about how much it would have changed. They just took Reva out of Obi-Wan and made her own series. They could have gotten my interest because, oh, here's a story about, a character that's a Sith during this time, that a youngling that he took in and they corrupted. Because I loved though everyone else hated Force Unleashed. I love the idea of the secret apprentice of Darth Vader, and I wouldn't mind if she was a secret apprentice. You know what? Star Killer's not canon anymore. Okay, sure, have it be her. It wouldn't bother me because I just would like to see how you train a Sith. I would like to see that animated as a show, or shown out, acted out as a show. So it's amazing how bad KK is at just this stuff, that she doesn't know how to. Because with that slight change, they could have had a series that I believe would have did fine, and they would have avoided all the backlash for throwing her in Obi-Wan and jacking up that whole story just by going, "Hey, you guys want to see a Sith? You want to see a Sith that works under Darth Vader? Hell yeah, Darth Vader's going to be there too. Yeah, I'm in. I'm in, man. I'm in."
Yeah, that's actually a good point, because they could have taken her raw emotion and anger that she was exhibiting on Tatooine, and Vader's like, okay, I see there's a lot of anger in you. Let's see if we can harness that because you truly are trying to prove yourself. And her whole story would have been perfectly understandable, and then I would have drank the Kool-Aid better if that had happened, as opposed to what happened at the end of Kenobi, which was ridiculous. But you're right, that would have been a very interesting story because you're not a Sith if you're not trying to kill your mentor.
Well, yeah. Her problem with the Inquisitors would have made perfect sense because they're trying to hold each other down. The power struggle.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we're not talking about Mandalorian anymore, so let's move on. All right, well, that's going to wrap us up for this week. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out Dicejunkies.com where you can find links everywhere we are online. And be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on our YouTube channel. And as every week,
we hope you enjoy.
Just